A whole lot is happening in Nigeria right now, and maybe, just maybe, this is the moment everything will finally burst open, because the level we have reached, absolutely no one is left out. No region, no tribe, no class. The insecurity we have once discussed as news has now become a daily reality. But before we even dive into today's video, there are some clips I want you guys to see, because Nigeria has gotten into a point where everybody is now crying, asking the same questions Nigerians have been asking but got no answer to.
Enough is enough. We are here. Enough is enough. Thank you. They are playing politics with people's lives. They go us into this ground without ammo, without ammunition. We have to cop this very particular area within a tinkle of a second. I know what kind of us can do. Good or fine. I know what kind of us can do. Good to go. How many bandits are inside this bush? Good to go. They are playing politics with people. Big men are eating money at the above there.
Saying that we should not even do
that, we should not go after them. That is for me. Okay. This is the full information for you people.
We know who these bandits are. We know where they are. We know what they want. What is left for us to conclude? If we are going to do negotiation, do it and finish it. If we are going to fight, we'll fight it to the finish. What is the big deal? We know everything. Why are we covering? Why are we covering all these things? And I want to align myself with distinguished Senator Abaribe. Sir, the issue that must take precedence is who withdrew the soldiers from Maga Primary School, on whose instruction. The world want to know, Nigerians want to know, we that is particularly affected, we want to know, sir.
Seriously, a whole lot is happening in Nigeria right now. Bandits are now one of the most trending topics in the entire country, and this has pulled millions of Nigerians into fear and panic. These groups are coming out boldly with moves that remind people of what happened during the Buhari administration. In today's Nigeria, these groups are doing whatever they want, whenever they want it, without consequences. Online space is full of video reports and live recordings. There was even a day these people went live on TikTok, and it caused a lot of panic across the whole country. And now, the hunger crisis that was once the top concern, Nigerians have forgotten it for a moment because insecurity has taken a darker turn. Before I even show you another clip, let me explain something you need to understand. There is a viral video of a man reacting strongly to how terrorists are being handled in this country. According to him, many terrorists arrested were sentenced to 20 years imprisonment, but at the same time, Nnamdi Kanu was sentenced to life imprisonment, even though, as he argued, Kanu has not done half of what these terrorists have done. The video I show you in the beginning of this video was a senator openly saying, "We know where these terrorists are," but Nigerians are asking, if you know where these people are, why no one is doing anything? If you claim you know what they want and where they are, yet nothing has happened until it reached the doorstep of those in power. That is only when they started asking questions. Before I play the clip, take a look at this video where this man explained how these terrorists burst into a militant zone in Port Harcourt.
Wahala don't jump bicycle. Fulani headsmen have been a terrorist, have been a bandit, I won't call them now. They don't carry their crease, enter Port Harcourt. They go militant zone. They don't believe what they see. They see they see, for them, they not come back to talk the story. About 15 of them I go there. No one come back alive. Yes. They did say in Southwest, maybe in Akwara where they enter 1-2 times something happened to them. Or maybe they did say in North Kaduna where they enter. Or Jos, that they enter. They don't know say now where people they find war now they enter. People will be say they all try to fight. We be say who the tools where they get for their pass on that they carry the work up and down. 15 of them reached there. No one come out alive. As they shout Allah Akuba. Militant they shot at Sawana. As they shot at Akuba, militant they shot at Sawana. They wiped the 15 of them. Nobody come out alive. The funniest thing is that as they finish them, they cut them like sardine, like fish. They cut their body to pieces. Just as say the videos, all these apps, they know they access to those videos. If not, I know they say many of them are going to watch the videos. They finish them. They don't say, Bob, that'll be this guy that I'll call it all those nonsense they before not.
The
There was a conviction recently of a terrorist, Boko Haram. I believe his name is Husseini Ismail. He was convicted for 20 years by a high court. He was a Boko Haram terrorist. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was convicted, I think, last week, and his own conviction said life sentence. I don't understand why one terrorist is getting 20 years and the other is getting a life sentence if you're saying that. I think Pastor made a good point. There's this idea that justice is served differently, and it affects the problem. Mr. Speaker, I'll conclude by saying this. I've been an advocate of state police. I've sought the wisdom of more experienced members like Honorable Sada Soli, Honorable Ado Dogwa, even yourself and the Speaker. I think the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. Somebody said that earlier. We cannot be sitting in Abuja and expecting operations to be efficient in Benue. We have to go back to communal policing. You that are older than us always tell us there was a time when if a guest comes to a community, everybody knows him. We have to get the traditional leaders involved and go back to state policing.
This issue of Nnamdi Kanu life imprisonment has now sparked multiple reactions nationwide, across the social media, across communities, and across continents. The debate continues. The Igbo community says their brother was sentenced unjustly. IPOB supporters are fighting the ruling. Even the IPOB group in Australia staged a protest demanding fairness. And now Nigerians are asking, if this government knows how to treat terrorists, why don't they use the same energy on those who destroy communities, kidnap school students, and disrupt national peace? Yet the excuse we keep hearing is bandits and terrorists are inside the forest, bombs can't penetrate. Meanwhile, these same terrorists are trending online every week. They go live, they release videos, they boast, they move freely. Recently, Atiku Abubakar criticized statements from Bayo Onanuga, who suggests that the rescue of the recently abducted schoolgirls was a security achievement. Atiku responded that this is not an achievement, rather it is a show that terrorists now operate as an alternative government in parts of Nigeria, and it's not wrong because for many Nigerians the question is simple. If terrorists are strong enough to adopt hundreds of school children at once, who really control those terrorists? But it doesn't even end there. Sowore made a statement in an interview that shocked many Nigerians. I'm going to play the clip and you are going to hear everything he said yourself. He talked about the level of insecurity in a way that cut through politics and goes straight to the truth. According to him, if you are born in Nigeria, you have practically been sentenced to death, not by law, but by the failure of the system. The only safe people, according to him, are those people in power. Take a listen.
Schools, churches, nobody is safe in this country. The only people who are safe are those who are in power. And we have just left the area consultative forum. I have to tell you that I was invited there by accident. But I used the opportunity to tell them the big leaders of that they are trying, because they were making big donations there. I know the donations will not go to the people. Yes. So they called me to make donations to tell them, you failed your nuts. The not forgive you. They are the ones who turned it not into the poverty capital of the world. They are the ones who created insecurity. This northern part of Nigeria has created some of the best so-called generals. But they have not done anything in the north. Buhari, which now makes to not complete the road from Abuja to Kaduna. They pass through that today. That is the kidnapping capital highway of Nigeria. So, but you see, it is time also for us to say to Nigerian people the truth, that we are also complicit in some of your problems. Yeah, because election will come now, you still go and collect your 5,000 naira. And vote for these failed politicians. They are the ones who are always hiring yourself. Even sometimes when they don't pay you, they pay you with pure water. You follow them. But those of us, as you can see, who have the best ideas have no power. And the people who have no ideas are in power. That is why you are all suffering today. Well, we are prepared to end it. And that's how I ended my speech today at the Arewa. Because they asked me to donate that. I gave them the example of an intellectual poet known as Oscar Wilde in 1882. He traveled to America and the customs asked him to come and declare his assets. He said, customs have nothing to declare but my genius. And I told them, I have nothing to contribute but myself to the prosperity of northern Nigeria. Because you people have failed, we cannot afford to fail the next generation. See, one thing I wanted to tell them that I didn't tell them today is the fact that a generation is coming that will leave all of them behind. Because very soon, this digital generation will not be running money that we know. They will no longer be central banks. Everything will be different, including even education. So they will be left behind and they will suffer. Because the money that they have illegally acquired will fail. So let's keep talking to ourselves. That's why we feel free in your midst. And for those of you who are also around, who know my commitment to research and development, we are fighting to ensure that it's not scapegoated to keep Nigeria one. To keep Nigeria one requires justice, not life imprisonment or death sentence. Being born in Nigeria is already death sentence. So nobody can scare me with death sentence. The moment you are born in this country, you have been sentenced to death, either by default or by accident. And being unable to eat, feed, have a roof over your head, and not be able to send your children to school, not to be able to live secure life, that is life imprisonment, in case you don't know. So, I know is not going to suffer anything that I have not suffered. All the things they are doing, they have done it before it didn't work. They did it with Kensariwa, told them, I'm going to do the last person to deal with you people in a reasonable way.
Seriously, Nigerians has reached a crossroad. The insecurity crisis is not just a headline. It is a reflection of a system where accountability has collapsed, where justice is inconsistent, and where the leadership responds only when their own interests are touched. From Nnamdi Kanu sentencing, to the bandits operating freely, to the school children being abducted in hundreds, to the political reaction that focus on narratives instead of solution, it is clear that Nigeria is operating under two justice systems, one for the powerful and another for the powerless. And the question now is simple. How long can a nation survive when its people no longer feel safe? When justice is negotiable, when terrorists operate publicly without consequence, and when citizens begin to ask whether there is still any value in the Nigerian passport, the Nigerian's identity, or the Nigerian's dream. This is no longer a political argument. It is about survival. And survival requires honesty, accountability, and reaction. Not press release, not excuses, not temporary outrage. And if Nigeria will change, it must start with truth. And truth has no tribe, no religion, and no political party. Make sure you like and share this video so that YouTube can recommend this video for us. And make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel to stay connected with us. Also make sure you turn on the notification bell so that whenever we drop new updates, you can get to be notified immediately. Thank you for watching. I'm going to see you on the next one.